I was born and raised in Laurel, Mississippi. Moved away to Cleveland, Ohio for about 11 or 12 years, and I've been back in Hattiesburg for about, I would say about 3-4 years. I work for Maximus Federal, where I am considered a dual CSR, where I am dual trained in both lines of business. I would say that Hattiesburg has a very family-oriented type vibe. I'm 41, by the way. I have a 20-year-old son, a 14-year-old daughter, a 12-year-old son, and I just gave birth to a 6-week-old son. As far as the city goes, we have the university here, so we have all different types of people from all different walks of life who live here in Hattiesburg. But for the most part, I would say it's very, very family oriented. My coworkers are wonderful. The coworkers, we all are pretty much like family. We help each other. We listen to each other's problems. We cry on each other's shoulders. I enjoy my coworkers. That's the most enjoyable part of the job. It's a very stressful environment, very stressful. As far as how to deal with stressful like callers that call in, we have a script for that. Where we are to advise them if they continue with whatever negative behavior that they may have, like if they're yelling, cursing, whatever, that we're supposed to warn them 3 times, and then we are to release the call. But that we do that, and then we get in trouble, and then they say we're hanging up on people. Management makes it very, very stressful. During the pandemic, they implemented, I would say, a program to where they allowed some CSRs to work from home. That was supposed to provide, I guess, a safer environment as opposed to having so many people in the facility. That is not working over well. That has been a nightmare for those that have taken a part in that, which include myself. It actually made it made the job more stressful. They put more stress on us during that time. We have issues with their audio system, with their system as far as like the audio, to where the people that we're talking to on the phones, they can't hear us. And we're not really, I mean, unless they tell us like we can't hear you or clearly or whatever, like we really don't know it. And then it's like we go to them about it, but instead of them, you know, taking ownership to the system obviously being faulty, we're taking the blame for it, and they're terminating people. I mean, it's just all types of things that they're doing, but that they say that it was to help, but instead it's not helping. It's chaotic. They still have tons of people inside the facility that are working there, and it's not sanitized. It's not clean, or, you know, I can recall instances before I was transferred to work from home, where they were, I had to chase super managers down to get sanitizing wipes to wipe down my work area. They said that they did some cleaning or sterilization in there. That was not done because you would find old chip bags, candy wrappers, different things like that, to where you know that the area had not been cleaned. I would definitely say to feel safe, a better, I mean, I would say like a more sanitized environment, to where you would not have to just come to work worrying about, okay, is this the day I'm gonna get COVID? I just recently, about 6 weeks ago, gave birth to a baby. During my pregnancy, the job provided nothing but stress, and they knew I was actually high risk pregnant, and they knew that. They had documentation from my doctor as well as my specialist that I was having to see. They didn't care. It put a lot of stress. I mean, it just makes it kind of hard for you to kind of deal with your families when you're dealing, you know, with upper management. I would say it's not necessarily just the people you're talking to, even though they are not always nice. But upper management kind of makes it worse. There has been several employees affected by COVID. I wouldn't be able to put a number on it, but there has been several. And a lot of times if someone is or has tested positive for COVID or has COVID, we're not made aware of it. So we may hear about it through hearsay. So it's just, everything still goes on. There are calls that we receive that make me feel really good about my job. I mean, I take it very seriously. I would like for people to know about the average call center workers, that we do care. I found myself crying, just heartbroken. I mean, just, oh gosh, just all different types of things, you know, because I do care and I want that person to feel that I care. I, for the most part, I enjoy it. I enjoy working in that particular field, I would say. My life would change a lot if there were less stressful days, more positive days. It would make a major effect on my personal life. Definitely it would make a major effect on my personal life. I would say that it would affect the overall company greatly if we had less stressful days. It would make, I mean, people would be less grouchy. People would be more, they would have less absences. People wouldn't be so prone to just quit after 2 or 3 days or a week. Well, I got involved, I would say possibly about 2 years ago with helping to organize, because I am very passionate about having a better work environment, a fair work environment. I'm all about fairness. I chose to be a part of this documentary because I want to see a change. I want a better work environment for my coworkers. I want a safer work environment, a less stressful work environment. I would like to see that, and that's why I chose to be a part of this documentary. Most of the jobs in this area or retail, factory work, poultry work, that's the most part. What makes me want to stay at this job is the fact that I know that with change, it could be a really great place. And that's basically it. And I like what I do. We're not being paid fairly. We're not being treated fairly. I mean, people are working day in and day out, and some people are living in their cars. Some people are finding it hard to take care of their families, feeding them, clothing them. Some people are like on welfare, but they're working at Maximus Federal. Some people are losing their homes. All types of different things are happening. Gosh, I mean, just want people to know that, I mean, it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair at all. It's a lot of unfairness, a lot. And it's just jeopardizing people's lives, just not just the person, but their families who depend on them or on that particular income or whatever. It's just not. It's not. Yeah, I'll say that. I'll say that.